Yo, what's good? It's your boy Strickland, Milwaukee, USA. Y'all need to go check out Peep Game. If you don't, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Master Ace from Brooklyn, New York. EMC is the crew. You checking out Peep Game, real hip hop.
Hey, yo, this is Twine Mac from Nostalgia Visuals, Kareem City, So Greedy Family, and you're now rocking with Peep Game, G-A-M-E, Grown Ass Man Experience. Blah.
What's up, y'all? This is Eric Robertson. Every time I'm in Milwaukee, I'm hanging with the grown-ass man. We out here peeping game.
Peep Game. And here we go again. I tested all this shit before we started.
And it's acting up again.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it take a minute for it to catch up and shit.
That shit on CPT for real.
You know what I'm saying? Peep Game.
Peep Game, yeah.
It's a grown ass man experience. I'm one of your hosts. They call me Tommy Styles.
Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you?
I'm all right here. We got my man, the grown ass man, working ass man,
Word.
getting off work and coming down here and doing the Peep Game show ass man.
Straight from the work.
Right.
Spanking and sweating. my nigga.
J Jesus, Mad Black. Y'all know him.
What's good, Peep Gang?
J-A-Y, all the letters of his name.
I'm not gonna play the other part. I'm not gonna do it.
I appreciate that,
not
man.
today.
My nigga.
Not today. He
I
knows.
appreciate that, man. I'm still mad at Cole for that bullshit.
If you want to find out what we're talking about, tune into old shows and shit. You know? Well, shit. Can't.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Can't do that shit.
They keep fucking with us and then not fucking with us.
Right. SoundCloud wiped me clean. They was like, no. SoundCloud wiped me clean, and now Spotify.
Man, why they tripping? They ain't giving niggas but 3/1000ths of a penny for one listen and shit. Why they?
It's not yours,
dog. We owe niggas 11 cents. And they,
oh,
you know what I'm saying? And they
over
shut
10
the show-
years.
Right. They shut the show down and shit because we owe niggas 11 cents. My nigga. That's
You know what they could do? Send me a bill.
You got that on.
I can decide whether or
yeah.
not whether I'm going to keep it or not.
Right.
So I can't, take me off.
Right.
Or I might be like, oh, it's worth it.
I guarantee you, man, they ain't from what we did, we don't owe them niggas but about $35, man. At the most. That's all it could be.
It can't be too much.
No, it can't be.
One stream,
Right. That's what I'm saying.
and we don't repeat music.
Right.
So
And we helping motherfuckers out. You know
Right.
how many YouTube clicks they got because of the shit we was putting on the show?
no.
That's fucked up, man.
Well, in the absence, we was waiting on the intern, but I guess dog quit. They didn't show up for work and shit. No call, no show ass nigga.
Estats with polo fleeces, purple label shit with the logo secret.
We're not sponsored by anybody, but we're sipping on these palomas over here. I ain't gonna say the name.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the pink drink, dog. This motherfucker strong too, dog.
It's a little bit strong.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
What?
It's grapefruit flavored Old English.
Nigga, we finna be fighting. This. Let another nigga, let dog come in here about them red cups today and shit. Nigga.
No, we ain't got no red cup.
We got problems today,
Right.
man. Fuck
And I
your
hope you
cup.
burn in hell.
Hell no.
No, but all this shit ain't nothing but like malt liquor, flavored malt liquor.
That's what it tastes like, dog. This definitely tastes like some shit I was stealing in high school. Shit it's on hit though. I'm probably gonna grab me some of them for the house.
Well, the only person who has an excuse for not being here is here in the spiritual form, not in the physical.
Facts.
It's El Akbar Supreme Center.
That's rare, nigga. Woo! Ric Flair, nigga. Woo! The power's in my head, nigga.
He here every day.
Every day, man. I was listening to Optimistic today, fam. Every time I hear that song, I think about the homie.
I was like, all you gotta do is look up. I look up and smile.
That nigga said, "You can win
as long as you keep your head to the sky."
I'm telling you, fam. That shit was funny.
Well, also missing from today's show is the nigga, big homie in charge, Joe Clark, but y'all know him as Fat Boy Fresh.
We're fresh like a million
The longest
bucks.
intro
Still
ever.
on the valley shoes and the fly green sun. We're fresh like a million bucks. Still on the valley sun. Come on.
Have y'all linked up the same year at school? All three of y'all?
No, actually, no.
Word?
Fresh was first. Actually, I met Fresh at 53rd Street School. That was elementary school.
Okay.
And he was in 6th grade, and I was in 5th grade. And we was, only time, since we were in different classrooms, only time we connected was like at recess and shit.
Right.
So we would connect at recess. And, next year, I was in 6th grade, dog disappeared and shit. This is before you knew what the fuck was going on. I said, oh, you supposed to go to middle school. I didn't know shit. I was just going to school. And the parents set shit up.
That's funny.
Next thing I know, I was in Shorewood, and I was like, I know this nigga.
Oh, it was like that.
And then
Yeah,
went to middle school and saw him again, and shit, nigga ain't disconnected from dog since.
That's funny. That's funny.
And then I told the story at the funeral, but I met Troy on the bus going to two-a-days for football.
Right.
It was like August. Like, I was like, "You going back?" Like, nah. I said, I'm going back. He's like, I ain't going back.
Hey, you say that nigga had like some jeans on or something?
I thought he was going to a football meeting. Nigga, we went in there. That was doing up downs. We was just doing wind sprints.
Oh, that shit somebody need to put that shit in the movie, dog.
That was wearing some jeans and like a t-shirt and some shit.
No, I thought he was just going to school and shit.
Yeah, because I think we went early morning. I think started at like 7.
Yep.
And then we went to like maybe 10, 11, and they gave us a break and we came back in the afternoon. We got on the bus.
Them two-a-days can eat a dick.
I was like, you going back? I was like, yeah, I'm going back. Oh, shit, I ain't going back. Dog lied and said he went to Mississippi until school started. I didn't come back until school started.
Damn.
Our team was so scurvy, you could come back and had playing time. Right. That there was not like no tryout or nothing. It was like, oh, we got another body. Is he fast?
Dog.
All right.
I passed my fucker two-a-day attitude on to my son. So Miles did that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Football coach was begging him to play. That motherfucker, man, fuck them two-a-days. But check out what he did, though. He tried to do what Troy did. So he's like, I ain't coming back. As soon as the two-a-days was over, this nigga announced on Twitter, I decided I'm going to go ahead and play football. And showed up to practice.
And they was elated.
Man, coach was like, man, get your ass out of here, dog.
Oh, word.
Straight up.
That was the dog passed on that?
He passed on it. He was like, man,
How big was he then?
He was bigger then. He was heavier then. He was about 360 then.
But height wise, he was
6. He was that was sophomore year, 6'7".
6'7", 300, and dog was like, nah, I can do without you.
Yep. He was like, nah. He said, man, if I let you out here, I'm gonna lose the rest of that team.
You right. You right.
So I was like, okay.
Dog stood on it.
Yeah, he stood on it.
Good for dog.
They got their ass whipped all year.
Good for the coach. You know what I'm saying? Stood on it. I know how you feel about that shit because I feel the same way. I think, hey, you can't have a motherfucking family. You can't, people watching.
Yep. You can't do that shit,
bro. Last minute call in, we had that nigga who, might pop in, might pop out. You know what I'm saying? We got this nigga.
Ill nigga alert.
King Cocaine. Since he ain't here, he 50% pure.
Word.
Oh, look what we got here.
That nigga Prince Cocaine.
Look what we got here, nigga. We got this nigga.
Estats with polo fleeces, purple label shit with the logo secret.
Thought maybe you had went on strike. We said you got you quit and shit. No call, no show.
No, I was asleep.
My nigga. Fam, nigga, your t-shirt game is impeccable, my nigga. What t-shirts you got, fam?
I got a lot of them.
Every week, dog. What's this one? What's I don't know what that is. What's NC?
This is some school shit. You saying nigga smart. That's all.
I ain't go to school, my nigga.
Basically get genius. That's all.
That's what's up. I'm sitting here with a shirt on from a company that laid a nigga off on some racist shit. And still
I thought you had on like a Brewers Park or some shit because I got my glasses on.
Dog, stupid. Don't ever call Zion. Fuck them hoes.
And you got a platform. You can talk your shit, fam. Talk your shit.
This shit just orange, my niggas.
Like either that or you dress like an Oscar. And the Academy Award goes to.
I have to stop drinking around niggas. Dog.
Does,
the third time I know.
Does he dress like an Oscar?
Dog, the shirt do kind of match a nigga's skin. God damn, dog, I'm trumping out this bitch. Hunter orange face.
Hey, speaking of Trump, he'll
like,
be in the city this week.
Man,
this week, it's the convention. The convention's up in the city this week.
I hope the whole.
I remember they supposed to have that back in like 2020, but like COVID had hit.
Yep.
Oh right, you got no. That was the Democrat was here.
Was that the DNC? The DNC
was. Okay, it
was.
Was.
Was it? It was one of them shits.
It was supposed to
I
be.
don't know.
Yeah.
Oh well, whatever. Well, they gave him time to finish the convention center. That shit look kind of fire down there.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, I just saw it today. That's my first time seeing it since they finished it. But they did a little extension.
Motherfuckers played me, dog. I thought I was the shit. Built the first one. Then they made some bigger and better shit without a nigga, dog. Like,
yeah,
my little construction cred and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I have benefited off of Estes t-shirt collection. He before he left out, he threw me a couple.
Word.
Yeah, it's like a.
I ain't see you rock them shits yet, nigga. I started saying send them shits back, nigga.
Dog.
Well, should I take pictures every time I wear a shirt?
Hey, if I gave it to you, I want you to not only do I want you to take a selfie of that motherfucking cheesing, but mention me in the photo. Like, oh, courtesy of my nigga S Dot looked out for me. I'm like,
I remember that.
It's little snow.
I don't be taking selfies and shit like that. Like I try to, but I don't be liking them and shit. And I feel some kind of way about doing it sometimes. But if somebody else,
the ones you gotta post, man, you gotta let the people decide if they like that shit.
Yeah,
I only do angry ones and shit.
I did post a picture when I cut my hair. And
hey, anytime I get a fresh cut, first thing I do, like,
chick was like,
selfie, nigga.
You thirst trapping? I was like, yeah. Did you like it?
Can niggas do that? I guess y'all can. And shit.
Mm-hmm. Niggas be thirst trapping. They straight be doing it.
Oh, my shit ain't no thirst trap. I'm just showing you, hey, nigga got a haircut. That's all.
Hey, King Cocaine
looking like a bum to looking like, hey, I'll hire you.
Hey, King Cocaine put a picture up in this. Hey,
yo, nigga alert.
That's what pop up on everybody's shit.
I'm gonna say some shit. I'm gonna let that nigga live. I remember the homie roasted him, calling him shower boy and shit.
Who's that? Go. Shower boy.
Hell yeah, dog. Oh, that shit.
So he say he indisposed right now because of work.
Yeah.
Do we really know if he truly at work?
That nigga ain't at work.
Yo, nigga alert.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know either.
Apparently, there's the duty calls and shit, and then now he said because of the RNC, he's not gonna be able to
next week.
Yeah.
Somebody check the Empire State Building. They go there swatting planes.
Man, hell no. Hey, Styles said if that nigga call in, he ain't gonna let him on the show. Shit.
Nah. He fucked us up last week, and I had to wait an hour for that.
To upload and shit.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, he out.
Right,
man, get out of here, man.
That's funny.
Nah, but for the next 2 hours, he called out like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, he woke me up and was like, "Don't you supposed to be recording?" I was like, "Recording what?" I was like, "Oh, set it up." I was like, "Oh, you mean the show?" My bad. Let me get up. You know what I'm saying?
Good looking, E. Good looking. Word to E for caring about the grown ass man experience while this nigga sleep.
Word, appreciate you.
While this nigga sleep.
Stocks with polo fleeces, purple label shit with the logo secret.
Purple label shit with the Z's.
Niggas hot down here, nigga. I was like, shout, niggas working today, man. Hey, them phone calls don't make themselves.
I ain't mad at you.
But for the next 2 hours, we will provide you with a full dose of hip hop, entertainment, sports, some more hip hop, and a whole bunch of other shit. we got a couple things to talk about, but what I want to do is actually let everybody know the replays for our show are now in like hiatus for a second. So if you're looking for a replay, we're gonna find a platform for it. I think what's gonna happen is if you do hear the replay, you're gonna hear the replay without the music breaks, which actually kind of defeats the purpose. But if you tune in to blowradio.com on Tuesdays, 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., you'll catch the music breaks there. So the platforms that we submit our shit to play for replays will condemn us for playing music. So they kind of take our shit off the platform. So we don't get a chance to play the music that we do. Then the whole purpose of the show, I don't know if people know the story, but the whole premise behind Peep Game was so we could play music that we want to play.
Word.
That's the
because our shit don't be on the radio.
Right. And it ain't I mean, it's a radio show that actually takes on a podcast feel, and over the years you see what has happened. It's been like shit. Snowball effect of all the podcasts in the world. People are like, oh, y'all doing your podcast? Like, no, we have a radio show.
Word.
Our show is a radio show. It happens to have talking in it, but we actually are surrounded by a lot of music, and that's what we try to do. So I'm gonna try to keep that going. Some of the shows actually are on YouTube with the music. I don't know how long that's gonna be. It's I don't know what the algorithms will show or what with the snitches out there that run the record companies, because they really be like combing through shit and catching their music and be like, hey, we're muting your shit. So some of our episodes have been muted in a few countries because of the music.
So you can't
they got a whole division at they companies for shit like that.
That's set up just to find that shit.
Yep.
Prince did.
Yeah, he had the fans working. Them motherfuckers was diligent too, dog. I think he was throwing you like $200. Yeah, throwing you like $200 if you found somebody using this shit.
Yeah,
I remember looking for Screams of Passion. Couldn't find that shit. I found one video of Screams of Passion. You could see dude take the needle to the record and put it on the record.
Right, dude.
And he was playing Screams, and that shit didn't last long at all. I was like, it was a terrible, terrible quality, but that was the one I could get.
Dog, so that little generic message, that's all bullshit, huh? Motherfuckers be putting, I don't own the rights to this music. Nah. That shit be staying up for a long time when they do that, though.
The one time that shit on like a Facebook or I don't know about Twitter. You can do it on Facebook and Instagram, and it seems to stay up. I don't know, like if say a year from now, you try and share it, it might be muted. It all depends. I know I seen some things that I shared. Like I think I shared a clip of "Is That Your Chick" with Memphis Bleak and Jay-Z. Like the part when Jay started rapping, he in a range, and the chick was like riding him per se.
Right.
I had that shit, and it was going for like 3 or 4 years. And when I shared another time, I couldn't hear shit. Like I seen dog doing the moves. I got the volume down. No, they muted that shit. Then they sent me a message like, yeah, your shit, the part of your video is partially muted. What kind of shit is this?
I have posted things on Facebook and put down all the credits and whatnot where I got the music from in the insert, like the record label and the publishing and all that stuff. I found it on, you can find it on the credits of the song, and I put it in there, and it has stayed up. But
that's wild.
For our music breaks, that's
that's fucked up. That's a big part of the show.
It's like 12 songs per show. Yeah. I'll be doing that for
that's part of the reason why Kendrick is getting so much praise, because he took all that shit off of They Not Like Us.
Right.
Because you can't go nowhere without hearing a song, whether somebody putting on a reel, a story, or somewhere. And usually when you see it that much, the artist is getting a good or the artist or the radio, the record label, I'm saying, that they getting the majority of that bread. But now for now, They Not Like Us, he took all that shit off of there, so you can share it, you can post that shit on there. It's like you can use that. You everybody's eating off this shit. Like people who do like content,
right?
From digital creators and shit. Everybody eating off this one song, fam.
That shit all over the place. Hey, fam, I told Styles, think about this, Dot. If you add it up, all the songs we played over all these years, I told Styles if we had to pay for the streams, we probably owe them niggas like $35 total. How much you think we owe, dog? If they sent us a bill for all
it's been over 10 years.
Right, but they paying like 0.0001.
At the most, we might owe like $200 at best.
Over 10 years.
Like, them niggas don't get no. They don't. You know what? It's probably less than that because it ain't like we playing the same artist all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? So like, say like Drake is a anomaly where he getting 50 billion streams and shit, and even out of that 50 billion streams, he only getting like 50,000 at best for him, and that's an extreme. He like the top of the top. So say like a Dr. Dre, they might have played the Chronic 20 million times, and dog got like $1,200. It's like,
dog, I remember reading somewhere, man, on Pandora that Pharrell got like 3,700 for Happy,
and that shit was everywhere.
Everywhere, dog. I'm like in movies and
shit. Like white people love that shit.
Yeah,
like old white people. It was like, oh, I can get jiggy with this. Man. It was every fucking where.
The irony is
he didn't even get $1 million.
Nope.
The irony is you brought up Drake and the number of streams. We don't ever play the nigga.
Nah.
Who we do play are people who don't get much play at all anywhere.
Yep.
And the play that we give is probably the adding to the 100 streams that they got from somebody else. They're not getting a lot of streams.
I don't recall ever hearing Drake on our show, and he got a couple songs that I fucked with like early on, or he got a couple songs that got like some features or some shit. But I can't recall the time we played him.
We may have played something where he was featured in the song, but it wasn't his song. Like we may have done that. That's just a possibility.
I got you. Yeah.
It's a possibility with that.
One joint with 2 Chainz and
we may have slipped him in there somehow. Pause on some kind of play, but
I feel you.
Yeah, but
he never been a go-to. I don't recall nobody like requesting this song either. When I had that year streak going when I was requesting shit, and Brian was playing it. It was like I never requested no motherfucking Drake. I probably requested about a good 13 Little Brother songs, but the rest of the shit was all over the place.
So going back to that TD, not TDE, but speaking of Kendrick, I saw an interview with him and Howard Stern. I don't know if you've seen this, where he was talking to Howard Stern, and Howard Stern knew some story about his father working at KFC.
Yeah, that was Duck.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Okay, and Top Dog going in there and like,
hey, this interview been out for a while.
Trying to rob him and shit. That was that's some crazy shit, right?
Dog, and that motherfucker said the only reason he ain't do nothing to him because that's the nigga that been giving them extra biscuits and free chicken.
Give him free chicken, and then now it turned out that Kendrick is using all his entertainment company.
Hell yeah,
that's
dog. That is Duckworth.
In the
he explained all this shit.
They say they found out in the studio, right? Like Kendrick and his pops came to the studio.
Yeah. He's like, yo, it's like you
in the studio and shit.
That's the third verse of they not like us.
Oh yeah, no, that was
no.
That was
my
that's
bad.
on Duckworth. That's on the damn album.
Okay, that's the damn album. Okay, yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Doc, I was telling Styles. I was listening to an interview with Ninth, and he said he got 3 placements on the album just because of Duckworth, because he made all 3 of them beats.
Mm-hmm.
So that shit count like 3 checks, I guess. I
can't imagine.
We actually need the nigga cocaine here for that shit, but fuck dog.
I would like to be sitting at the crib and get a check or get a deposit.
That nigga sleep on one of them boats.
No, I'm talking about getting a placement and seeing your money pop up. Like all of a sudden you look at oh shit, that shit came through.
That's like a Beyonce album. It might have 20 writers on there.
Right.
Like they all eating off that shit. Yep. It's like if you called us right now, it's like, hey man, I got a placement on Beyonce album. I'm like, it's gonna be on the album. Like my shit gonna be on the album. Fam, you good.
You good forever.
Dog, like, you done made it.
Got one. I didn't even know. I was listening to an interview with what's the homie that they don't know?
Oh,
from here.
He in Atlanta. They don't know.
Yeah, that shit.
What's the
That's
name?
him.
He a producer and a writer in Atlanta. Damn.
Oh, you talking about Rico Love?
Rico
That
Love.
nigga, dude, got a couple. He got some. He wrote some shit for Beyonce.
Yeah, that Sweet Dreams.
Yeah, he
That
read
like
that shit.
Turn the
Yeah.
lights off. Yeah, he wrote Throwback for Usher.
That nigga good in today's money. That's
Yeah,
how
Rico, he wrote a lot of hits.
Yeah, he good. He good off that song, nigga. Just and they don't even get no money for the music today and shit. But dog, good off that shit.
Well, I mean, I think the streams, the amount that you get per stream, the artist gets per stream, is based on the fact that so much other money is going to the publisher and the writers and whatnot. They getting so much of the higher end of the cut.
They all getting fucked except for the record labels. They the ones who raking in the dough.
But B probably getting more money than Rhapsody per stream.
Oh, yeah, but like not by much though. I mean, only because she getting way more streams. But
right. I'm saying
the money, like they getting screwed over with the streaming. They always find some way to screw over the artist.
Oh, facts.
And it's like this is the latest way is streaming.
That's why the homie Prince didn't fuck with him, dog, because he was like, man, I'm not just tapping buttons on a computer, fam.
Right, these are musicians
here to make this album.
I don't just be having the computers puting.
You know what I'm saying? Dog was like, you saw this shit I did, and now you want the music to be free, my nigga? That shit.
Yeah, you getting like not even a full penny for a stream.
Right.
That's just like how you even who came up with these numbers?
It's 100th, in some cases 1,000th of a penny. 1,000 streams get you a penny, my nigga.
Like that's absolutely ridiculous, fam.
That's ridiculous, bro.
If they was getting like if a stream was counting like you sold the album, cats would be damn near billionaires.
Oh, facts.
Well,
that's why cats do be. That's why Master P was so rich.
Mm-hmm.
Master P was getting
like 100%,
80 cents per dollar.
Yep.
Damn.
Facts. 85.
So he get 80 cents, and then the record label might get 10.
Right. He did the distribution deal. Like, yeah, you're right.
So then,
dude, hey, he said that cost him. He said that cost him $25,000 to get that.
He talked to Michael Jackson lawyer or something like that.
Lawyer, yep. He paid $25,000 to have a meeting with Michael Jackson lawyer, and Michael Jackson's lawyer told him to do the shit he did.
Wow.
Gave him the game. He was like, I want to talk to the top of the top.
Yep.
That return.
Like, hey, if you do this,
crazy,
you can get paid.
Yep.
Dog put out 40 trash ass albums.
He was putting out so much.
Dog put out 2 albums every week.
You're right.
80 cents on every dollar, my nigga.
Everything was in-house.
Silk Shaka make another album this week.
That was an in-house production, in-house engineering, in-house artwork. Every album cover looked the same.
Yep.
Like you got to understand, the music game, like I said, it's not set up for the artists. It's set up for the people who own it, which is usually them people they don't want you talking about, or you get banned. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
But when TLC sold that 11 million copies, and they only got 30 bands a piece, I was like, oh, something wrong. And Toni Braxton, she had sold like 4 or 5 million. She had to file for bankruptcy. Yep. It's a wicked game out there, fam. And you get, you gotta. It all depends on how many points you got per album. I think 1 point is worth like 8 cents or something like that.
I think Mike was getting when CDs was selling. Mike was getting $1, maybe $2 per CD, and that was crazy high.
And that was low.
Yeah,
back then. Because they were saying all I'm getting is $1 per album.
Right.
Who thought
CD cost like $18 back then? It's like, damn, all you getting is $1.
Right, exactly. He was getting like 2.
And he was on the high end.
He was on the high.
He was Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
right. So they don't give they don't give somebody else like a Fabulous. Like, yeah, you getting 12 cents.
Right. That's how they did.
Yeah, and 12 cents actually added up.
Yep.
Back then, 12 cents added up to some money.
If you went double platinum, you be like, hey man, I might have recouped.
Eating now, dog, with the music.
But your video, Bad Boy, they raised the level on the videos. It's like, hey, your video only costs $40,000 to make. Trash ass video. You need to get you one of these Busta Rhymes ass, Janet Jackson ass videos. Cost you $8 million and shit.
Right.
I just saw that Sexy Red is having trouble selling tickets for her live show. Overestimating how many people are going to show up and shit, like trying to fill up the Pfizer, but only selling like 37% of the tickets.
Damn.
At this date and shit.
And that's what I'm saying. An artist like her, you gonna get it popping with the streaming and whatnot, but who really buying the albums? You can say the same thing about Meg Stallion. She's super popular, but it's like, is anybody buying the album? Niggas are streaming, niggas are downloading, but who's actually buying it?
Who coming to the show? Because when you think about it, ain't that the only way they getting their money now?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
To the show,
but
you gotta go on tour.
Meg is selling out. She's selling out shows.
Okay.
Megan is.
Okay.
It's not on Beyonce.
She's selling out shows, but her album is like number 30, which I guess you could say that's good for hip hop, depending on. But 20 years ago, if you was like in 30th place on the Billboard, you was cool because you was in the top 50, but you wasn't like no game changer.
Right. You about to get dropped, man.
Right.
But yeah, it's like you gotta crank that top 10.
Megan eating off of performances. She more and I saw her. She had an Amazon spot.
Yeah, she got commercials and whatnot.
Commercials and shit. So she eating. She getting her.
She eating. It's like,
she's got a personality that's marketable.
That
yeah, and
you got to put that bread to the side, man, because ain't no guarantee they gonna love you next year.
Facts.
I said that motherfucker beautiful.
Shit, what you say? They'll have a new nigga next year.
Right.
That shit
hey, ride
real.
that way.
He ain't never lie, man.
Hey, but we got a couple topics we're gonna run into tonight. We want to talk about gangster movies. I got a little segment where we talk about some gangster movies, and we're gonna talk about Kunta Kinte and a whole bunch of other shit. But you are listening to the Grown Ass Man Experience. We'll be back after this.
You are now listening to the Grown Ass Man Experience.
Peep Gang. It's Grown Ass Man Experience. We are back. We got 3 out of the 5 in his house, and we still rolling. We're gonna still roll. We got Jay Jesus and we got S. the intern. You can catch us every Tuesday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on blowradio.com. This is our 10th episode since we've been back. We've been on a roll and shit. We did 10 episodes and shit. So look forward to 10 more as we keep on going through, as the grown ass man lifestyle always interrupts. But we want to try to keep shit rolling.
Word up, man.
Do want to give a shout out to King Cocaine and Fat Boy Fresh, even though they're not here. And King Cocaine be at me all the time. The nigga tricked me. I've had a pair of his glasses and a charger that he left down here at the studio, and he called me and was like, "Hey, grab my stuff," because his shit always
pause.
Yeah, pause. Grab my glasses or grab my charger. I gotta be specific because she always come up missing down here and shit. So I grabbed it, and it's been in my car for like shit.
I remember
for like 3 weeks, 3-4 weeks. So every time he tried to hit me up, I'm like, man, I'm out in Kewaskum, or I'm doing something. I'm somewhere where I can't just go right to him and drop him off. So shit, what was it? Thursday? No, it was Saturday.
Oh,
Saturday, he hit me up and was like, "Hey, I'm going to be docking the boat at Pierre Marquette Park at like 6:30. Can you bring my glasses down there?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got time that I can do that." So I rolled down there. I had some shit I had to drop. I had to drop off. I was working that day. Dropped off Tommy to her grandmother, her great grandmother's birthday. Stuck around there for a second. I was like, I'm gonna run down here. I told her I'll be right back. I'm gonna run this down to Co. And I went down there and I was like, "Surprise, nigga." We got dinner reservations. Get on the boat. Happy birthday.
I was gonna say, that nigga got arrested and shit.
So for Cam Beach Day, him and Fresh took me down to the Bridgewater and we had some drinks.
That
and
shit was dope.
It's dope rolling up onto a restaurant on a boat.
Facts.
This is rolling up to the dock.
It's
some player ass shit. Like I felt like a player, although I was not dressed player.
Nah.
Dog caught me off guard, Shit.
We grown ass men, dog.
Right.
Sometimes niggas can't be dressed player, my nigga.
Just show up.
Gotta show up.
Just show up.
But I was supposed to be there, dog. I got stuck moving my son out the.
All right, I heard the story of how out in Chicago. Yeah. But I appreciate it. So Canby's Day went off without a hitch.
Niggas is worthy, my nigga.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
No, but yeah, I thank everybody for all the birthday wishes and all the love that I was shown. Like Esther said, you just underestimate who gonna say what and when they gonna say it based off of the algorithm. Just
man, I'm telling you, fam. I used to be I got over 600 fans on the book. I mean, 600 friends, I should say. Friends in quotation marks. I don't have that many friends, nigga. I mean, real friends.
Nobody.
But like, nigga, I used to look at the numbers every year. Like, hey, I got 600 of you motherfuckers on here. Only 150 say happy birthday.
Right.
Somebody getting cut. Now I'm like, hey, it is what it is. You just be appreciative of who show you love. Because sometimes motherfuckers were saying happy birthday to me. I was like, damn, I ain't talked to fam in 2 years, but he remembered my birthday and shit. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's what's up.
Hey, so a couple people said happy birthday to me, and I was like, who the fuck are you?
You forget that you friends with some of these motherfuckers because they don't be on the book all the time.
Thank you.
Them niggas was trying to contact you about your car.
Yeah, your car warranty and shit.
Hey, the best.
He was trying to get in contact with you.
The best birthday shit I got was my niece called me, and I picked up the phone. I was like, hello. It's a real nigga birthday.
That's dope.
I said, let a motherfucker know. Let these niggas know. I was hyped as shit. Like, it wasn't like hello or nothing. That hyped me up. I was down with it.
Yeah, today my niece's birthday.
Oh, word. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. How old is she?
9.
Oh, okay. She a niece. My niece 33.
Word. She a mama and shit.
Right, mama.
Dope MC.
Right. Hey, shout out to Cree. She if you follow her on Instagram, nigga.
Word.
Instagram and TikTok. She is very entertaining.
Yo, her daddy is definitely the most interesting nigga on earth.
But
she right there with him and shit. For sure.
Her content is actually very she's got a word of the week and she make up a rap every time. Yeah. And she got bars. She got
like
bars.
A female version of LeVar Burton, but hip hop style.
There we go.
Remind me of Jean Grey, but yeah, definitely female LeVar Burton.
That's crazy because that's a nice segue.
Word.
Into a LeVar Burton conversation. Look at that.
Segue as that.
You almost up there with Segway T, fam.
Hey, nobody better than Segway T. Damn, was everywhere.
That nigga was in the ash on Cole, rusty ass hands and shit.
No, that was Ed Jackson hands.
Oh, that was Ed Jackson hand. Yeah. Right.
Oh, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
No, but LeVar Burton, it was some video that I saw and I shared it on my Facebook page that I thought was the most interesting conversation. It was between Lawrence Fishburne and LeVar Burton. And he talks about his role as Kunta Kinte and being a slave on back then, what we said, like 77, 78, some shit, when Roots first came out. Young and a motherfucker. And I remember vividly having to watch it because it was, back then we didn't have cable and you didn't have like pay-per-view stations because before you had cable, you had HBO. You could either have HBO or Select TV,
right,
or like Showtime. You can buy
Select TV. What we had
one. You can only buy one, so your only movie station was one of those 3 at the time.
Select TV had titties,
right? And if you squint your eyes real tight on and change the channel 24, you might see it.
You'll see it.
You might, and actually, the cats acted like they did see it and didn't see shit. But anyway, we had like 4 stations. We had like 4 major stations that you would watch. Actually, not 3. It was 4, 6, and 12.
Yep.
4, 6, and 12.
Yep.
And I can't remember what station came on, but Roots came on, and that was a mini series. The mini series lasts for like a week.
Right.
And
I think it came on channel 12.
I want to say channel 12. Yep. So every day at 7:00, the whole family had to sit around and watch Roots with commercials and everything. You just had to watch this shit. That
was before niggas was tired of slave movies and shit.
Right. But I want to play this video, and because we black men, I thought it was poignant. So let's check it out.
The chains I wore in Roots, I keep them over the hearth in my living room, right above my 12 Emmys. What is that about?
I don't know. What is it to you?
America first met me as Kunta Kinte. a young African kid who was kidnapped, tortured, refused his slave name. Then I read to their children and maintained the integrity of their favorite spaceship. Pretty soon, people began to think of me as safe.
Oh, the safest.
Once, I read Go the Fuck to Sleep for charity. One of my brand partners dropped me. What, you can't even say fuck? I can, but there are consequences. I said fuck. I lost money. Shit. If I showed how angry I really am, but I'm not gonna hide it. So I keep my chains on the wall in the living room. I want my guests to know, while I am unquestionably their friend, I am also absolutely filled with rage.
That shit deserves it.
My nigga, I'm about to cry.
That nigga was said that shit like he was acting.
Nigga, that's my motherfucking professional life. Nigga, that's me. I'm trying to, dog. Come on, fam. 30 years in this shit. Everywhere I've been, I'm the only nigga.
You know,
nigga.
You know where it shows, and I'm kind of putting you out there a little bit because we've all done it. I'm sure Esther has done it.
That crying Jordan over my motherfucking face, dog.
But when you call your cell phone, you got your safe voice. Yep. Your safe voicemail message.
So do.
You've reached Jay.
Nigga.
You leave your name and number. I'm like, who the fuck is Jay?
Nigga.
I don't know. The nigga name is Jay.
Jay Graham.
Jay Graham. But that's your safe moniker.
That's it, bro.
Out in the world.
I've only heard his voicemail greeting like one time, and I was like, I was about to hang up because I was like, I got the wrong number. And then he said his last name. I was like, oh, it is his name. And I was like, then my voicemail was pretty niggerish. I was like, hey man, yeah, it's S. Call me back. Now, obviously, you got caller ID. You can see it's my number.
Right.
But niggas still have to identify itself. Like, hey, it's S. man. Yeah, call me back, man.
One thing I want to talk. There's two things I want to talk about: the safe, and then the anger.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's two sides of being like a black man. And I say black man in America. I don't know what life is like any other country, but black man in America.
Mm-hmm.
A black man in a professional setting, black man in a blue collar setting or a white collar setting. It doesn't matter. The tiptoeing around, making sure that you are safe, you're seen as safe and not a danger to the people that you work with.
Nigga, that shit right there.
Exhausting.
First off, I'm the biggest nigga in the building 99% of the time. So if my voice go up, I mean, dog, I've seen 6-7 motherfuckers with their phone out about to call the police.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I can't talk loud.
You a threat.
Calling me out my name. I call him out his name.
Police? You're the problem.
Nigga.
You're the problem.
Bro, I ain't bullshitting, man. That motherfucker about to have me crying, Jordan, dog. That shit was, dog, just put my life in 2 minutes. It's not, dog, that's why my kids can't do this shit, man. They can't. They can't, man.
I'm wondering, like, and because I don't work in your field, how many the people you come across probably are different than the people I came across when I was in my field. I'm not in any kind of field that I even interact with people no more. But I still have to play I know what I'm talking about. I'm a black man, but I'm smart enough to actually, go toe to toe with you if I need to. But as an educator, I had to become safe with my staff and with parents because I'm dealing with the kids. It's one thing being in a black community and doing that because they were like, all right, he's a good dude.
Right.
But being in a white community, nigga, that's the most exhausting job I've ever had in my life. I've never been so tired. I come home tired from the game, and it's just playing the game, and it's like it's not even a game because you are safe. You're not a person that they need to worry about, but the air that you had to put out there, the act that you had to put on to actually convince them that that's the case.
That's what
exhausting.
You got to do. First, you got to prove to the motherfuckers you human. You're not an animal. You human.
You're right.
And then you got to convince them that you worthy of normal human considerations.
Right.
And then we could talk about your qualifications, maybe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, that shit get old fast, bro.
Right. You found that to be the case that when in your field, or actually, you know what, even in your field, but transitioning over into North Carolina, is it different?
Not necessarily North Carolina. Like moving down here, it's the South, so I'll always be worried about running into one of those folks. But realistically, man, it's been a mixture down here because I ain't ran into nobody that's been. I probably ran into racists, but they've kept the shit to themselves. They ain't said no shit.
Right.
You might see a Confederate flag or two here and there, depending on what part of town you in, but ain't nobody like shoving it in your face, nothing like that. Like you would think from what we seen up north.
Right.
But it's crazy because the ones who look like, oh, I know I'm gonna have to do something to this white dude because he looked like he gonna use that hard R.
Mm-hmm.
Them just cool as a fan, just the nicest people, and then the ones who look like they would never say it, them be the ones.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy thing is, I've been anticipating, experience some type of serious racism. I'm sure it's gonna come at some point in time, but the few times I've come back home, I felt more of a presence of supreme racism than I felt the whole 3 years we've been down here. And that shit is shocking to me.
You feel like it's worse here instead of
we
down
came we went up there in March of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed at the Sheraton in Brown Deer, which used to be a super nice hotel. Now it's like,
That's the
but
trap.
getting on the elevator is it's cold as a motherfucker outside. We coming from like 75-degree weather going into like the low 40s, high 30s. And we forgot about that shit. But we get back home, we get on the elevator, we got our luggage, we tired from driving 14 hours.
Mm.
And it's like a lady with her daughter, they probably about to go swimming or some shit. But she clutching her like we about to kidnap her. And I'm like, we got on coats. I'm saying we got our luggage. We like, ain't nobody thinking about you and your punk ass daughter. We just trying to get to our room. Like, we want to take a nap, take a shower. Like, well, how are we gonna rob you in this? What we gonna do to you in this elevator? We got cameras, police station right down the street. Like what you own, lady? I'm like, for real?
I'm be for real. Like, if that's me, this is safe trained Tommy, because I've been trained to do this for 30 years, damn near. Because going to Shorewood, going to all the different schools and educators and all the conferences and all the shit, just matriculating yourself up the ladder. Me going in there automatically wants to make sure that white woman feels safe.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure she feels safe, so I'd make her feel comfortable.
Yep.
Like, that's the exhaustion that I have to go through. Like, I have to feel like, hey, like it's all right. Like, I don't know how you dealt with it when you was on there, but I would be like, hey, how you doing? Like,
you made some type of light conversation, but not with her. I'm talking to E and the girls. Like, hey, y'all ready to? We gotta take our showers and get a nap and see what we gonna go eat or something like that. I'm saying like something safe that we're about to do as a family, so she don't think we about to start no shit. And I'm like, we just here. We came in town to visit one of Erica's friends. Her mom passed away. LaBella. So we came up there for her mom's funeral. Like, she's known LaBella for like 30 something years. So her mom passed away. She gonna come to the funeral. And like I said, it's too much to. Niggas don't got money to just be flying back and forth all willy nilly and shit.
Right.
So we driving
with a caravan of family and shit.
Right. So we drive the 14 hours, driving through mountains or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But it's like you get back home. I'm like, nah, I kind of see why we had to dip up out of here, because these white folks up here ready to make me catch a case. And I'm like, I'm just trying to get to this funeral and then get some rest so I can go back home.
One thing I did appreciate about the South was you did know where you stood.
A lot of Archie bunkers and shit down there.
But they are who they are.
I have not run into any of them cats, man. And I mean, I ain't like I be looking for them, but the ones you see got like a trucker hat, his white beater might be a little dingy. He got them old boots on. I'm like, I know he gonna either bump me or give me a look. And I'm like, what's up, man? What you trying to do?
Right.
Be the nicest people. And you like, So So it's not what I thought it was. Like when I worked I worked in shipping and receiving for the longest. I don't work in shipping and receiving anymore. Now I'm in an actual office setting. So my tone is different. And I work with a bunch of ladies. I'm the only man up in there at that. So I can't say shit that I was saying on the shipping floor.
That sounds kind of like some player shit,
fleeces, purple label shit with the logo secret.
Hey, S. Dot in the office setting is hilarious. It's like
I really like before I say something.
S. Dot got a choke a bitch.
I gotta say this shit in my head before I say it out loud because it's like it can get translated a whole different way. I'm like, oh no, that shit kind of sounded sexually aggressive. Like I was giving.
Reflect over.
I remember I gave somebody. I gave a coworker like I gave her like a bag of candy because I had some extra or something like that. And she's like, "You want me to Venmo you?" And I was like, "No, just take the bag of candy." She's like, "You want me to cash app you? Give you like 10?" I'm like, "No, just take the candy." And she's like, "But it's so nice." I was like, "Look," and I thought in my head, I was like, "When I start giving you something, you just take it."
Right.
Now, if I'd have said that shit, I'm in HR the next day.
Yeah, you fact.
I was like, yeah. I was like,
Right.
yeah. I was like, no. I was like,
he's gonna give me something, and I should take it.
Right. It just sounds horrible. So I was like, I got to do that constantly when they say something because on the floor when you with the guys, you say all kinds of sexual innuendo jokes and whatnot. You know, pausing and things that like that. You can't necessarily say that type of shit in a atmosphere with a bunch of ladies.
Fam, you know what the worst thing about this conversation we having is, dog? You think about it like this. We all three of us are trained. We've been trained or conditioned to make motherfuckers feel safe, treat motherfuckers like human beings, but we all make the assumption that the people we're encountering are good people. Them motherfuckers assume we are the worst of the worst of the worst of black people when they see us.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do that shit to them. You know what I'm saying? But a black man in a business suit is a Kia boy. How come a white man in a business suit ain't fucking Jesse off Breaking Bad? He ain't no fucking meth head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
I tried. I still judge books by their covers, but for the most part, that's only the. Yeah,
well,
I'm using it as discernment.
With the redneck with the trucker hat.
Right.
I mean, you're already.
Yeah, I'm already like oh I know I'm about to knock this motherfucker out, and it's like working in shipping and receiving before.
Did you switch your wallet to your front pocket though? Did you know what I'm saying?
Right, like he came in, he had the little wallet with the chain attached to it. Like he had the whole hillbilly look.
He had,
and it was like, and I'm talking about fam was so cool. I was like, damn, maybe I shouldn't be judging motherfuckers by how they look, but I still use it as a sign of discernment because in the hood, when you see some cats, you're like, oh, I could tell these cats is about trying to rob somebody. You gotta know when to get the fuck out of the corner store or when not to walk down that part of the block because it's about to go down.
So you peeped game. You realized you were wrong in that situation, and you chilled.
Yeah,
they don't never chill.
No, they don't never chill.
They don't have to.
That lady, you was a thug nigga that was finna kidnap her daughter the entire time.
Like, I got my wife and two of my daughters there. Like, what threat are we to y'all?
When she got to the pool, she probably told some other motherfuckers about the big scary black guy in the elevator.
I'm like, man, I'm like, dude, I'm only 6'2". I mean, like, cats acting like I'm 7'1",
right,
350 pounds a month. I'm like, I'm only if I was in the league, I'd be a little fella. Hey, bro, this little ass nigga.
In the day to day, like shit, me and Fresh is probably the shortest cats in the crew.
Right.
Like you what 6'3",
6'3", yeah.
6'3", 6'2", Cole 8'7".
The nigga is the size of a silverback gorilla that stands up on his hind legs.
8'9". Like I'm just the average height of a nigga. Like I'm 5'11",
right,
5'10" and a half. Like that's so 6'2" is tall.
Yep.
I mean, but they're like I'm Shaq. I'm like, it's just 6'2".
To a coward, fam.
Right.
That shit is man. That's racism. Literally is a mixture of being uninformed and cowardice.
Mm-hmm.
That shit come from, fam.
So we're so speaking on the safety, like being safe, like I
let me ask you this.
Reluctantly
man.
do it.
I was gonna say that's what I was gonna ask you. Do you give a fuck? Do you genuinely give a fuck if she feels safe or not? Why are you are you doing that because you care if she feels safe?
That's the reluctance. Like I don't.
Or
even,
are you doing that as a means of self-preservation? Because for me, it's a means of self-preservation.
It's
if they don't feel safe around me, I'm fired.
Yeah, and I'm actually doing it for the sake of trying to dispel every fucking stereotype.
These rumors. Yeah.
See, now what he said right there, Dot. If you meet anybody I've ever worked with, they'll tell you that at some point they heard me describe myself as the nigga ambassador or the Negro ambassador.
You're like, what do you say? You're safe.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
And they can ask me to help them understand the blacks they see on the news. You know, I'm a representative.
You're the representative of the Black Coalition.
Dog.
The nigga coalition.
Nigga. Fam. And I know for a fact, because I've seen it in action. If I fuck up here, they'll never hire another nigga for 20 years.
Right.
I see. Right. I haven't had that distinct. Well, where I'm at now, I guess I can say I had that distinction because the department I work in, they never had a man working there. So I'm the first man, and I'm a black man.
Damn.
They're like, yeah, so I can't fuck up at all. Come in there, you know. I can't come in there saying no wild shit because they're like, yeah, we can't have men here. Just keep it women. Like
it's gonna be plenty beige babies. I'm trying to tell you, man.
It's crazy because like they all changed their styles up once I got up in there. It was like since it's all women, they ain't really care how they look. But now it's a man in the house. They like throwing on some makeup. Now they throwing on some.
They smelling good.
That are wearing. Yeah, I'm like, and I don't know none of this because I'm new there. But people on the outside is like, hey, that apartment they used to wear. There's only the boss in there would like really dress up. Now you got ladies wearing slacks and blouses and heels and whatnot. And I was like, I don't got nobody doing nothing, man. I'm just trying to do my job and go home.
Right. Just don't be like the nigga who shall remain nameless and try to knock them all down.
Yeah.
You know, my wife got guns out here, man, and she goes to the range.
Hey, I was single.
I'm not trying to get shot.
I was single. It became a problem.
And he kind of a dude too, if she need to be. So yeah,
right. I was speaking on my behalf of, hey, if you a single dude, hey, you gotta still maintain your safety. You gotta maintain your safety.
I will say this, dog. If a nigga cross that line, when the shit pop off, not that I would ever do that shit. That's just a weird environment to be in, dog.
What about the rage part of it though? The hidden rage. Like, I think I just been conditioned so much to try to actually be the advocate and the representative for so many people for so long that I don't know if it's rage. I don't know if my rage is there no more.
My rage ain't never gonna die. That shit is like a fire. It's burning my chest right now, dog. Because I hate that nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that nigga paid for my house.
Preach,
but
nigga.
You know what I'm saying? But I hate that nigga though.
Hey, he ain't like that. Like it is exhausting. I mean, because I'm always angry. I'm like the Hulk. I'm always angry.
Always angry.
But my shit is like you gotta. You know how many times somebody cut you off in traffic or did something stupid where you got your family in the car? You be like, I'm gonna take the nigga license plates. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be it for dog. Fam, he going up to see Sky Daddy. Like he going on the t-shirt. You gotta internalize that shit and be like, dog, it's just traffic, fam. Like your family's fine, nothing happened to your vehicle. No sense of throwing your life away for a split reason. You gotta do this every day.
Any crazy or like irresponsible response that you have will automatically put you into the category of being dangerous.
Facts.
Fam, I've calmed down drastically, fam. I'm trying to tell I'm a whole different person, but that rage still be there. And sometimes when I think before I say something, I'll be like, oh man, that you can't say that because you would never come back from that shit. Like that's over the edge type of shit. I was like, be cool, He cool. I've had fights at previous jobs that none of the managers know about because I know where the camera's at, or I know the times to do whatever I had to do. Because it was like, dog, no, you catching this fade, dog. Because you don't cross the line so many times. I gotta check you. I'm not in that space no more. But I'm telling you, the rage is still there.
Fam, you see the interactions on social media when them Karens, they fucking with the Amazon drivers, they fucking with, you know what I'm saying?
Man, don't your hands be like, oh, as you watching it, you type in the comment,
bro. I gotta be cool and answer their fucking questions.
No matter how irate they are.
I gotta be cool and answer their fucking questions. I'm coming here to take care of what I gotta take care of in this building, right? If that motherfucker, anybody in that building make a call to the company I work for and say, you can't send Jay back here again, I'm never coming to that building again.
Mm-hmm.
And if too many buildings make that call,
you don't have a job.
Can't work here no more.
Mm-hmm.
So when that Karen come up, who are you? I need to see some ID. I'm showing my ID. Nigga, that's my rage.
Yeah.
I've shown my driver's license, nigga, and my hand was shaking. You know what I'm saying?
Right. As you have all the gear.
Bro,
I'm coming to help your ass.
I'm coming to help your ass.
Right? Like, no, that's how they do in them gangster movies.
And now
they wear that disguise. He trying to come in and infiltrate our system.
Nigga, I'm like, the fuck?
Like said the Italian job, nigga.
She watched too much. Dog, a nigga with a clipboard come in and shut the whole computer system down and shit.
Which is crazy because my white friend, who we both was in education forever, and he said, I can go in any place with a clipboard.
Yep.
With
and
full access.
Dog,
that's just wild, man.
I've been accosted by motherfuckers that have stood and seen me go in the lockbox and get the keys, the access to get me into all the rooms I get into. I'm walking up, fobbing, getting in. So, who are you? What do you, what's going on? So I'm like, well, who are you? Well, now we got to have a conversation. And but I do know that if I resist too much, that's one of them falling. So that right there, fam.
That's the rage.
That's bro. When I pull up to the crib, I sit in my van a fucking half hour and decompress.
Yeah, you have to.
Jump out the van and go in the crib, somebody getting snapped on. And it ain't their fault.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't do that, I can't walk in the crib. I got kids, man. Something fucked up, something broke, somebody in trouble. Somebody was fighting somebody. So I can't walk in on 7. I gotta walk in on 2.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
So man,
one
I do
of
that shit every fucking day. My neighbors think I'm crazy, dog. And actually, I was sitting up. I'd be sitting in the van.
You sitting in the van right here. You
sitting
in the van right here when I pulled up.
I'm telling you, dog. A nigga got
you have to. Like, what you out here doing? Like, who you talking to?
Bro.
Like, I ain't talking to nobody. I'm just thinking of all scenarios that could have happened if I'd have made a different decision.
Dog.
And now I'm trying to get that out. So when you come in, your girls, they like, hey, daddy, you can't be like, man, fuck out my face, Simone.
You can't be.
You know what I'm saying? You like, hey. You like, hey, how was your day, Dad? Oh, and you like, it was cool. And you have the worst fucking day of air. You like, oh, work was cool. You can't put that on them.
One of the greatest gifts I ever got, the girls and Carletta they all got together and got me that Wu-Tang Clan
Jeep cover
for the Jeep.
Yeah.
And that's when I first had got the Jeep. It was maybe a year after I got the Jeep. So after a while, people actually knew that was me riding around, whatever. And I had gotten this job at one of the schools. It was a high executive position, and I was still rocking the Wu-Tang cover. But I was kind of feeling like maybe I need to take it off.
Yep.
Like, well, I can't.
Because too many people know you.
Well, no, just because of what Wu-Tang Clan.
What they represent.
What it represents.
That's one of the reasons why I keep my license plate on there. You got Wu-Tang in the front.
My thing is that it's not Wu-Tang. It didn't represent Wu-Tang for me. It represented like hip hop. It was like it was a hip hop oh, like this is who I am. I love Wu-Tang because people are like Wu-Tang your favorite group of ever. It's like I love them, but they're not my favorite
You
group.
having that on your car means you represent everything they ever said on any of their records.
Right.
You agree
And
with,
it was everything that had to do with hip hop. Like
Yep.
anything positive about hip hop, I loved it so much.
Right.
And it's to a point like one of my education buddies was like, "So you taking your wheel cover off?" I was like, "Why?" Like that was my first example. Why? He's like, "Well, you think you can pull up to the job every day with that?" I was like, "Well, they hire me with it. Like, why would I take it off?"
What's the problem? Well, I
So
got a
then-
Wu-Tang tattoo.
But I
Ain't
started
never coming off.
the rage
Mm-hmm.
that got harbored was, well, damn, maybe I do need to take it off.
Yep.
Like, well, shit.
In
What will
order
they
to
think of
be
me?
here.
In
Yep.
order to be here and maintain my safety, I need to
Yep.
stay safe. Because if
Yep.
I'm anything that they think I am,
Yep.
So then, how about I took it off for a minute, but I did have a signature that was very positive, and it had to do with education. I can't remember it right now off the top of my head, but it was Biggie. It was Notorious B.I.G.
Mhm.
It was something about giving to the future to kids or whatever. And that was my signature for like years.
On your emails?
My
I
emails
got
and
you.
stuff. And that was just my I'm going to stay true to hip hop somewhere. So
Mhm.
that's where it will be. 2 years into my tenure, I happened to be in the HR department, a meeting with her, and somebody called and she put it on speaker and she was talking. She was like, "Yeah, I just wanted to talk to somebody about Mr. Miles's signature." And she was like, "What signature?" "Well, Notorious B.I.G. He's a murderer and a drug dealer and blah blah
What
blah."
did Biggie Small kill?
Niggas.
And she was like, "Where did you get that from?" I was like, "Well, he's just not a good guy. I just thought, what is that?" I just happened to be sitting there listening to it, like just like fuming, like motherfucker, like
It don't, like I can't be me.
I can't be me. And then I brought it to my niggas, and they was like, "Well, you gotta kind of weigh. You gotta weigh it. Like, is that worth it? Like you said, that bought your crib.
Mm-hmm.
That got you where you are.
Yep.
I mean, that is who you are. Is that more important than what you're getting?"
The way I speak, the way I am on social media, my general demeanor, the cussing. Come on, fam. I'm not the dumbest guy in the room. My vocabulary is extensive. I cuss as much as I do here because I can't there. That's my rebellion. This is me. If you ever heard, my favorite word is motherfucker. If you ever hear me say motherfucker, it's because I love you and I'm comfortable. If you hear me not cussing, that's me being suspicious. That's me being cautious. That's me being careful. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
bro, that's my rage, man. Because I can't be. I ain't been no place in 30 years, dog, that welcome a nigga from the 206. They just don't.
No, I can't think of no spot.
Can't be. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be.
Not no white space. That
Right,
remember we was on a boat with Cole, and police was like, "Hey, we gotta make sure you got all your shit."
Yeah.
Now he's playing his music loud, but it was other boats that was playing music louder than Cole.
Nigga.
Well, they just want to make sure dog had his shit right. Like,
Right.
he got his lights. He got his life vest. He got this and that.
I remember
He had all that shit. And they was like, "All right, then, peace." And Cole was like, "I ain't turning the music down." He's like, "No, you good."
This is the quote.
We can't change the world until we change ourselves. Nigga, that's you know what? You know what?
But she was worried about the Notorious B.I.G.
Yep.
If I would have put a quote that says we can't change the world until we change ourselves, and it said
Dog put Aristotle.
not Aristotle. What's the dude name who doing all the movies? The little Jewish dude who married his stepdaughter or whatever?
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen.
If it said Woody Allen, nobody would have had a problem with that shit.
Nope. He's acceptable.
He's accepted. He's accepted.
Acceptable, fam. We
Yeah, see, I want to put down like sometimes you gotta pop out and show. You put dot and put a Kendrick Lamar. They're like, "What does this mean?" I'm like,
I found
can
another.
show you, but I can tell you.
I found another quote. I think it was Nas or whatever, but I still kept it hip hop. I was not giving up the fact that is hip hop.
These niggas are,
but I had to be safe.
They are the poets of today. They the Shakespeares of the day. These motherfuckers are phenomenal writers.
Right.
You can't quote them.
Right. If I had Led Zeppelin or some shit, and all they do
see
is
what I'm
they
saying?
quote drugs and sex and alcohol, but yet
Motherfuckers say all hip hop is about dope, and they front like Eric Clapton ain't have a hit song called Cocaine.
Right.
This shit is it's been. They ain't no different than us.
They just don't be listening.
Yeah, they just in power, which is why. And I don't get it. You know what, dog? My biggest gripe too is I'm finding my niche in the system because it's not just me. If I was single with no kids, I'd still be a fucking soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
But that shit is real.
Right.
But I'm obligated to take care of other people. So I have to play the game to keep myself in position to do that.
Preach.
You know what I'm saying? And the fact that I have to do that, that's the rage, fam. Dog, look
at my rage at work. If I start speaking more properly, I'm highly upset.
Yep.
Because you are choosing your words wisely.
Man.
Choosing your words wisely. Like I had to choose my words right because I knew who the fuck it was calling, and I had to still had to interact with that motherfucker when I saw him and act like I didn't hear that far. I knew. I knew that was the beginning of my end at that point. I was like, oh, they come
worse.
They coming to get me. They trying to find every single way to get me.
I remember at the last gig I had before we moved, I was there for 16 years. So I seen a bunch of stuff. Within my last couple of years of working there, it was this one weird ass white dude. He was like, he wasn't built for the shipping department, but he saw that we worked, 6 to 2 or 6 to 3. He wanted those hours instead of working 12-hour shifts. So somehow, some way, he weaseled his way into the shipping department. And every time you tried to train dog or show him something, he always be like, I'll figure out a quicker way or a better way to do this. And I'm like, this is the only way. There's no shortcuts in this, because if it was, I teach you the right way, then I would teach you the shortcuts. I'm like, this is the only way you can do it. But anything you showed him, he was doing that shit. So he got into it with everybody. So he got into it with one of my white coworkers. There was only 4 of us in the shipping department time. The boss was black. So it was the boss and me, and then you had 2 white dudes. Now the 2 white dudes get into it, and I hear one of the white dudes plain as day say, "I'll beat your motherfucking ass." Now he a valuable white dude. He do a lot of stuff. So once I hear that, instead of me trying to break it up, I turn around like, oh, work is getting interesting today. So I'm looking, and now they face to face. Now I'm like, oh, I better break it up before he body slammed the other dude. So I go between them. I'm like, hey, y'all, chill. Now the boss see me saying chill. So he know I'm not about to fight. He know it got to be between the 2 white boys. So the next day, they in human resources, and they asked me, they was like, did you hear this guy threaten the other guy? And I heard it plain as day.
Right.
I was like, no, I ain't hear him threaten him. I said, I heard some loud shouting and some cussing, but I ain't hear no threats being made. The other dude was like, no, he clearly said it beat my motherfucking ass. And I was like, I ain't hear none of that shit.
Because that nigga needed to have his ass
beat. He really did. He needed to get his ass beat. But again, I ain't no snitch. And I'm like, I'm trying to make sure everybody keep their jobs, right?
A white dude saying I'll beat your motherfucking ass is hilarious.
Because he from the hood. He a white dude, but he grew up on the east side. I mean, he's the one of them.
That ice pal.
He's one of those guys. But the thing is,
that's the wrong tree, buddy.
Like 6 months later, that other white dude, he gone. We got a whole different kind. He cool. Okay. And everybody's pretty much getting along in the department. But when it comes to break time, depending on how far along you are with your work and whatnot, you're supposed to only take a half an hour break. But black folks, we break. Right. So I'm on break for like 45 minutes. Mind you, I done went and got everybody lunch in the department. Like we all put our money together and order from like JJ's Fish or some shit like that. I go pick it up. I never ask for no gas money. Everybody's give me we call it in. They say this is what it is. The boss paid for it on his card. We give him cash, whatever the case may be. I go pick it up. Since I'm leaving to go pick this shit up, I'm like, My break don't start until I get down and bite into that first piece of shrimp. That's when my break start. So I'm in there for like 45 minutes. I'm on Facebook or whatever. I think this is around the time when we had Plategate or Duking. It was somewhere around that time.
Oh, it's heavy.
All right, so I'm on break for a minute because I'm commenting and shit like that. Man, I come out of the break, and then one of my other coworkers was like, "Hey," he's like, "Fam over there snitching on you, man." I was like, "Snitching on what?" He said, "You've been on break for almost an hour," which I was. So I go to him. I was like, "Hey, fam," I said, it's kind of my understanding that you over here telling the boss, man, or the boss's boss, that I've been on break for like over an hour." He's like, "I never said that." Now the other white dude looking, he making the Potter face, like he was like, "Oh no," he said that shit, man. I was like, I said, "I don't understand how." I'm like, I don't understand how you be telling dudes I've been on break for an hour when I didn't save your job just a few months back, and I bought you lunch a few times, and on top of that, if you late or something like that, I cover for you. I'm like, so you over here telling fam I'm taking an hour or so break. I was like, why would you say that? He's I ain't never say that shit. I never said that shit. I like, and I let you use my Hulu account. Like you got your own little. I'm like, fam, I really looked out for you. I like, but now if you ever come into the back, if you ever be on the back dock, it's over for you, man. Now the back dock don't got no cameras.
Right.
Ain't no cameras back there. I was like, yeah. I said, hey, when we ever on that back dock at the same time, fam, that's your ass.
Right, facts.
And he's like, you threatening me? I was like, I didn't no threat. I just said, you probably shouldn't be on the back dock when I'm on the back dock. Now, I was waiting for him to go to HR because I'm like, I'm finna let him have it. But he ain't stupid. Right. He ain't stupid. Man, but that right there, the point of the whole story is that your rage, you gotta hold this shit in. I done did so much for this motherfucker and gave him money when he ain't had no money to eat. I'm like, I got fam lunch. I done saved your job a few times. And this is the things you give me, like you punk ass white boy. I'm like, dog, if we was on the street, I'd be wringing your fucking neck right now. But I'm like, we at work. So I got to be cool. I'm like, but fam, but you already know. Come to this back dock.
Dog, my thing, my phrase was, I put a big smile on my face. I'm like, hey, man, you know what? We should continue this conversation at the bar, man. I'll buy you beer. Just like that.
Shut up.
I'm going to buy you beer.
Shut up.
Go to the bar, dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? Straight like that.
It was a time during COVID when the plant manager worked in like the mail room like 2 years before COVID. So when COVID came, they got rid of the plant manager and they just threw him up there. So imagine going from the mail rooms, now you like the boss or the whole fucking building. Mm-hmm. I still look at him as like the mail guy. So I'm like, I'm cool with him, but I'm trying to show him some respect. But now he trying to act like he Marlon Brando. And I was like, bruh, it got to the point where I was like, are your affairs in order?
Did you hear that? Mm-hmm. That was a nice segue.
Nice segue. That's a segue as that.
He said it was a segue dot.
Hey, I just asked him, I said, hey, are your affairs in order? And he's like, why would you ask me that? I was like, I'm just wondering.
Just saying, bro.
Don't say dude.
You're skating on thin ice, buddy.
Cut the malarkey.
Don't say cut the malarkey.
Hey, I want to continue this with the other cats because I think it's a good topic to bring up because everybody has their different perspectives of how they've been safe and how they're holding their rage. And we're going to talk about that. But talking about segues, bring out Marlon Brando. Our next segment is going to be talking about like gangster movies and shit and kind of ranking them in order. We're going to I'm a little show a graphic and we're going to talk about that, but we're going to talk about that after this music break. Appreciate y'all transparency talking about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Listen to Grown Ass Man Experience. We'll be back after this. Peep Games, Grown Ass Man Experience. We are back. And you can catch us every Tuesday, 5 p.m., 7 p.m. on blowradio.com.
Blue Radio.
You can also catch us on all the other well, no, you can't. You can't catch you can't catch us nowhere. That's what it is. But we just had a really, 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 really dope conversation regarding rage and being safe black men and being a black man in America and just,
Told you, fam. This show is therapeutic, my nigga. This is my
Right.
therapy right here.
Another therapeutic measure that I have found within my recent years. Now I have like some staples that I do watch. Right now, one of my favorite shows is I was a Game of Thrones cat, and now I'm watching the
House of Dragon.
House of the Dragon. That's my shit now. I'm catching up. I've never watched it. I'm watching Sopranos, which is hilarious. Actually, it's more funny than dramatic. I thought it was like a real serious like mob movie, but it kind of is. And
It for the most part it is, but it got plenty of humor in there.
It's a lot of humor. I'll be laughing out that shit all the time. Like right now, I'm at the part where they strong arming the soccer coach, the girls.
Oh yeah.
Now they found out that I was fucking one of the players. Oh, it's about to go down. I was like, oh shit, I'm watching that shit. So well, the great thing about my job now, it's less stress. And I sit at the crib, I'll be on the computer, and I just be having the TV rolling back and back. So I catch up with a lot of shit. One of my favorite pastimes is watching gangster movies. The one gangster movie I cannot stop watching is Godfather. I cannot. I just cannot. It's the greatest one. And I almost am like offended when people be like, I ain't seen it. I said, what the fuck you mean you ain't seen it? And then they be like, I seen Scarface. That ain't the same. Scarface is like some like Tubi version of a Tubi version of a gangster movie. It's a good movie, but it's not. Nah, it ain't on the level of Godfather.
Or way over the top.
It's over the top. And you know, I mean, I can't even watch it no more. Like really, I can't even watch it no more.
Scarface?
Not really. I watched it again recently.
I could watch it. It's not as enjoyable to watch as Godfather. Right. But I still watch it when I remember as a kid, my dad had to have 2 tapes for that shit. Yeah, I'm like, why the fuck is this movie so damn long?
It took 2 VHS cassettes. I had that too.
What, for Godfather?
For Scarface.
For Scarface.
Because I know the
and Godfather.
Godfather 2 has an intermission. Wait, which one has an intermission?
Godfather 2 has an intermission on the DVD even. But that one was two VHS tapes.
You was like, God damn, man, who told y'all to do this?
But somebody posted a graphic that I thought was interesting. I wanted to share here and have a discussion with cats. Based off of you saying what you've seen. I know you watch movies because y'all always be like, you ain't seen that shit. Nah. Tubi has got me caught up with a lot of movies, so I'm catching up. All right.
We usually say that to Antonio because he ain't seen shit but Golden Girls.
Nothing.
And I've seen Golden Girls. I mean, I used to watch. I still watch this shit is hilarious. But this graphic right here has like, and this is not the top 10, but this is a good collection of gangster movies. And it's basically ranking the top 10 gangster movie films of all time. It's not, and this one doesn't have them in any order. But when I looked at it, I was like, I think this is a good compilation of movies.
That's a good 10.
I'm going to actually be with full disclosure. I've never seen The Untouchables.
That shit is fire.
Okay. I don't
love the Untouchables, but I don't hate it either.
Yeah, I really like the Untouchables, man. I would actually, because of my personal disdain for Casino, I would actually take Casino off.
You don't like Casino?
Put
Heat was good.
I put Heat on.
I didn't realize Heat was cold.
Heat was cold.
It was cold. Like even when I thought it was over, it still had 45 minutes left in that bitch. I was like, damn, that's it then, right? Nah, it's still more to it.
You know what it is, Doc? I can't believe that fam tricked his empire off for the broad, man. That shit just
it's cats like that, fam.
I know, man. But and you know what? My brother told me that shit about Snowfall. Man, it's cats like that. I'm like, nah, man, you missing me. It's the world you created in that movie. That guy wasn't supposed to go out like that.
Yeah, the ending of Snowfall went. That was
I was like, he wasn't supposed to go out like that, and I kind of felt that way about Casino.
That was over broad too.
Yep, over broad.
Yeah, and she wasn't even cold. She wasn't even cold.
Nah, but that's a hell of a list, man.
So for me, Godfather 1 and 2. That's it. Everything else is you can throw whatever order you want to put it in.
Even have nothing else if it wasn't for
exactly because Godfather was like 73, 74,
man.
And then part 2, which who would think that you can come up with something better than Godfather? Godfather 2 was better than Godfather 1.
It's very hard for a sequel to surpass the first one that came out.
Exactly.
And Godfather 2 definitely surpassed it.
Prequel and a sequel. Absolutely.
like, yo, this shit is
That was cold because Vito's story
dog.
is cold a bitch.
Vito is a G.
Man.
Vito is a G, fam. I was like, yo, man, that's.
And you think that in The Godfather, he came up with that. I made him an offer you can't refuse.
Right.
That nigga was like 20 when he said that shit. I made him an offer you can't refuse. Yeah. So
that's my shit.
Those two. So my ranking would be Godfather, Godfather 2. I'm still trying to figure out which one I like more out of those two. But I love Godfather because of you see the growth of Michael to the Don. And I love part 2 because you get the story of Vito.
Right.
I don't necessarily love the whole thing between Michael and Fredo.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Fredo had to go, fam.
Fredo had to go.
He had to go. He had to go. That whole shit was like, because when he was at he said, "Do you know?" I forgot who he said.
When he's like old man.
Who did he know? Michael was like, "Hey, do you know such and such?" He's like, "No, I never met him." And then at the club, he was like, "Hey, Fredo, where'd you find this place?"
Yeah, he was like, what's the name? Knows place like the back of his hand, but the Jewish cat, he's like, Jewish cat never set foot in here though, but the other guy know like the back of his hand.
Right, and then he had just told Mike he didn't know who he was. Johnny. Damn, was it
the singer dude?
No,
not him.
I can't remember his name. Anyway,
as many times I watched this movie, his name escaped me right now, but
yeah, whatever it was.
Hyman Roth is the Jewish dude who we said who was the guy that he was like so and so whenever he knows playing at the back of his hand. But old man Roth wouldn't. Old man Roth would never step foot in here though.
He had to go too.
But whatever. That's when Michael realized that, but he got confirmation that Fredo was.
I missed it like the first 2 times watching. I was like, what did I miss?
And that's the other part of what I love about this movie because every time I watch it, I'm like, oh,
you see something else.
So I flipped it and actually read the book now. So now I read the book and I've seen the movie 1,000 times. So
I've never read the book.
I'm the PhD of this motherfucker now. So I'm like, all right, because this shit in the book that's like now I want to see the Luca Brasi story.
Right. Luca was
because they told a part of Luca Brasi in the book that I was like, oh, that nigga was a motherfucker. Like, and it actually it's kind of like watching the Hulk on in the Endgame, how he died.
Yeah.
Luca Brasi died like the Hulk.
Yep.
There's no way he should have died like he did.
Not like that.
Not like he did. I'm like, oh hell no. Now that I know who he was.
Yep. That's probably why they didn't show it.
And the other part is they don't talk about his Sonny.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about Sonny and how he came up.
Right.
Like some of the dirt
In
he
the
did.
book.
Yeah.
In the book?
Yeah. They talk about Sonny and how he did some of the dirt when he was 19. Because he said he mentions it in the movie. It's just like him talking about how he came up.
Right.
But he didn't say they don't tell about none of this dirt.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, you gotta have them.
So like Dad said, you watch it 3 times. Oh, I didn't catch that part.
Mm-hmm.
Not to like the 3rd or 4th time. Then I was like, oh, the guy he said. I was like, oh, now I get it. Because I kept rewinding. I was like, what the fuck is what did he say?
So now after the Godfathers,
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas is up there.
I say Goodfellas.
Yep. That's a good one, dog.
The Goodfellas is good. I think my next one would probably be Donnie Brasco.
You like Donnie? Okay.
Only because I loved Al Pacino so much, and it was hurt when at the end. Like it hurt my heart. Like I felt bad when he found out he was ratted out. Like,
I had to do it, but
yeah.
Sonny Black sent for him.
But
I would go Carlito's Way after Goodfellas because Carlito's Way was just one of those chef kiss. I was like, yo,
yeah. Sean Penn actually did good.
He did good in that one. Yeah, Donnie was up. I'm cool on that. I'm cool on that order.
The next one I would actually say is The Departed.
I got Untouchables over Departed.
Word. I see. I never seen Untouchables.
You gotta see that Untouchables. It's old though, fam. So it might seem a little dated now. But
it got some great acting in it.
There was some great acting.
I gotta check it out.
Sean Connery and what's his face, Kevin Costner.
Yeah, man.
It was a master class going on with this acting.
Facts.
Did y'all feel the part at all or no?
The Departed was dope.
Yeah, The Departed. Like every movie on this list is a good movie.
Yeah,
right.
Ain't no,
like American Gangster. The only thing about American Gangster is that, I mean, you got Denzel doing it because Frank Lucas looking fucking mess, but he wouldn't. I don't think he was as articulate as Denzel. But you got to play it that way because Hollywood.
Right.
But American Gangster.
I would put
fantastic.
Yeah,
I would definitely put that next.
Like his biggest mistake was wearing that fucking coat to that fight.
That's all.
If he went just as a regular nigga, just with a suit on, he might have been all right.
Hey, but you know what made him a great actor? I felt his conflict. I felt the conflict when he got it as a gift, and he was. You could tell he was like, "It's not really me."
He knew.
Yeah.
But
it's like a flashy nigga type of outfit, like because he trying to fly under the radar. You know what I'm saying? You got dope coming back over from in caskets. That's a genius idea. Yeah. Like who would have thought that shit? So he had to have some type of sense, but
everything he did was under the radar except for that.
Right. Except for that jacket, like you got the big chinchilla.
Right.
Like, and the mob is like, who this nigga? How he got better seats than us?
That's what they said.
Yeah.
Dog, and you know what, man? American Gangster and Goodfellas, man, get a little extra boost for me just from being true stories and shit.
That's true. That's
you
true.
know what I'm saying?
That's true.
They like justified the genre existing.
And how he had his brothers and family and cousins all part of the. I mean, that's a family.
Yep.
All them cats from North Carolina.
Yep.
Right.
Drove right up there and
I like
had their own little spots.
The Goodfellas showed you how that shit fall apart.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Jimmy, man, Jimmy Greedy.
Woo. Oh yeah, fam, that bought the Cadillac and shit. That nigga was.
Yeah, he's like, hey, take that shit back, man. He's like, what I tell you? Don't tell you don't buy nothing.
Don't buy nothing though.
Right.
Dog broke the rules. He had to go, fam. Hey,
is that when he whooped him with the piano? Who
they had him. They left him. Wasn't he in Frozen? And they killed him in the Cadillac, right?
Oh, you know about Goodfellas? My bad.
Yeah, I was
my
like
bad.
Goodfellas.
My bad. I thought you were talking about
on Goodfellas. That was Morty who got killed when he was in the Cadillac.
Yeah,
he got stuck in the back of the head with that ice pick.
Yep, that ice pick, man.
Yeah, Goodfellas was actually Godfather with more graphics.
Facts.
Yeah, Joe Pesci is underrated.
Dog.
Yeah,
Joe Pesci is a dude. Like the mobsters was like, dude, Joe Pesci really he playing it like spot on. That whole like, oh, I'm funny guy to you. What? I make you funny? I amuse you? Like,
you think I'm a clown?
They was like that is spot on how they do shit.
That shit was hilarious. Hey man, hey, just to piss off the homie, my fellow savage Paul Moga, I'm gonna say if I made this list, I probably would have Hoodlum on that list too, dog. That's just a personal.
Yeah.
I do like Hoodlum.
Personal
that was a good movie.
Yeah, that was another one, kind of true story.
Right.
Anyway,
wait, something is missing off here though.
What do you think missing?
You said Hoodlum. Something.
I would have had Hoodlum and Heat on there for sure.
Well, what's the one they did recently that Scorsese did with we had Jimmy Hoffa.
Oh, that was long. That was long as hell.
Okay. Oh yeah, with De Niro in there.
Yeah, that was long as hell, and they tried to make him look young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know.
Good, but that was a long.
I can't think of the name of that movie, but it came out within like the last 3 or 4 years though. It was pretty good.
Damn, where's it's one more? It's one missing off here though. Oh shit, King of New York.
That's
you gotta have King of New York on there.
Bullet holes, motherfucker. That was my shit, dog.
Yeah, I would probably take Casino off and put King of New York on there.
Young Larry Fishburne on there.
Yeah, I mean
Wesley was in there.
That wasn't the greatest. Oh,
right.
What? Oh shit! What about the Brooklyn Finest?
That was good.
Brooklyn Finest was good as a motherfucker with Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good. It don't make the top 10 though.
No, you don't think so?
It probably make the top 10 of like black movies though.
Word.
Unfortunately,
okay.
I mean it's not as good as these 10, right? But it was good.
I was surprised by how good it was when I saw it because I hadn't seen it, and I was watching. And I was
like Don Cheadle was a good actor, man. Him, Samuel Jackson, like it. Shit, you almost put Pulp Fiction up in this piece.
You could.
Yeah, you could. You absolutely could.
Definitely.
Plenty gangster shit going on up in there.
Right.
Shit, That's one of my favorite movies.
Pulp Fiction was the
Pulp
shit.
Fiction.
But
Yeah.
I would put if Pulp Fiction was on this list, that would be number 3. With
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite.
Like Samuel Jackson, the way he played Julius. You say, "Hey, Jules, if you get that man $1,500, I'll shoot him on principle alone."
I've been looking.
You know what I'm saying, dog? I feel you on that one, Vincent Vega.
That nigga said it's the one that say bad motherfucker on it. Man,
Hey, he's like, "Hey, tell her to be cool, honey bunny. Tell that bitch to chill the fuck out. Be cool, honey bunny. Tell that bitch to fucking chill."
You know what my favorite line in that movie was? That motherfucker said, "He held at your clothes, motherfucker."
Hey, the funny thing about it, if you watch the Vince Staples show, he got an episode where he wearing the Santa Cruz. He wearing the gear. It's actually the whole episode. He got a couple things that's playing homage to the movie. It's actually
look like a couple of dorks.
Hey, the Wolf was the coldest nigga.
Wolf was one of my favorite characters in the movie.
That was like, you got any coffee?
Right. It was like, "Hey, you sending the Wolf?" Like, "Yeah, nigga, you happy now?" "Well, shit, nigga, that's all you had to say."
Nigga just knew everything.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Hey, Samuel Jackson, dog. Like, that's what dog became one of my top 5 actors, dog.
You're right. Shit, motherfucker. That's all you had to say.
Hey, when they was washing their hands over Dude House, he was like, hey, man. He was like, "What the fuck you doing?" He's like, "Washing my hands." He's like, "I saw you get them wet. I ain't see you wash them motherfuckers." He's like, "I had the same blood on my hands, and when I got done in the towel, there ain't no goddamn maxi pad, man." He's like, "Well, fuck, man. What you want me to do?"
Before I say anything about the next thing I want to say, but Quentin Tarantino's wife that was in there in that movie, they showed her real quick. They was like, "Hey, when my wife comes in here, she's gonna freak the fuck out." And they showed her come in. She was a bad motherfucker. The dog got a black chick. Oh, wearing the nurse outfit. She was bad as shit.
And he talking about something. It was like the Dead Nigga Hotel. I'm like, that's how the nigga talking. He got a black wife.
Right.
Yeah, he's supposed to get pieced up for that.
You're right. So, who comes in last? As far as I think we didn't. I don't know what order you put. You put Untouchables in place of Departed.
Yeah,
if you taking this list right here, I would say Casino probably come in. Casino come in last.
Yeah.
Either that or Untouchables. Yeah, and Untouchables was a good movie. It's staying better than these movies here.
Right. I can see that. I can see that.
I want to watch Untouchables and
you need
see.
to check that one out though, man. It was a good story.
Because after years and years of putting Scarface pretty high, I watched it within the last like 2 years. And I was like, meh. It was
because Scarface is like that. You know, he was like a fresh out the boat type of cat. Now you're like a boss. He's like that rise of fame. That's what niggas like. And then he had that say hello to my little friend. He had the nice little weapon and whatnot. When he shot that shit, like 10 niggas flew out of nowhere and shit. Like niggas like that.
Right.
They supposed to have a sequel coming out.
To Scarface?
Scarface, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how.
They got Trey Songz and those shit. Them kind of niggas in it.
Oh,
dog, you know what another one is missing off this list? Nigga, that motherfucking Tom Hanks, Road to Perdition. Did you see that?
No. What is it called?
That shit is cold.
What's it called?
It's called The Road to Perdition.
No, I don't know. I mean,
that dog, Tom Hanks is a hitman. He takes some motherfuckers out, take the case, take a trunk with their money and shit in it. And there's a kid inside of him. He don't want to kill the kid, so he fuck off his gangster shit. Y'all need to check that motherfucker out, dog. Road to Perdition.
That almost sound like that one movie where dude was going around looking for that money. He was killing people with that little contraption that he made.
Oh, you talking about
that bowl cut?
Yeah, you talking No Country for Old Men. That was dope.
Yeah. That was a good ass movie.
Yeah, it was.
What was that one? The hitman. I think his name was Leon.
Oh, The Professional.
The Professional.
That's my shit.
That was a shit. That was cool.
Oh yeah, Professional was good. Yeah.
That was dope. But nah, Road to Perdition. It's old school gangster.
Yeah, it's 1930.
Check that out.
Depression. Yeah, I got a tag now.
Yeah, check that shit out.
You know what movie gets slept on?
What's that?
The Book of Eli.
That was dope.
I still haven't seen it.
Book of Eli is cold.
Nigga, the Book of Eli was I didn't expect it to be what it was.
Bro, I didn't know Denzel could fight.
In real life.
That nigga, he was scrapping in that movie, wasn't he, fam?
He was doing some shit in that movie, dog. And I'm talking about. I didn't know the premise of the story, so I was like, "It's just Denzel. Like Denzel don't put out no bad work. I'm gonna check it out."
I swear that's garbage.
Yeah, that movie was. I was highly surprised. I was like, "Hey, this is a dope ass movie, nigga."
Man, nah, Eli is dope. Yeah, Denzel did his thing in there. Dog, Book of Eli probably made The Equalizer believable for me. I genuinely did not know that motherfucker could pull off.
Hey, if I had $10 million in the bank, fam, I'd be the Equalizer on everything I love.
For sure.
I'm talking about just, hey, I would work at Home Depot or some shit just to be like, and here's some shit. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I check my watch like I do now. Like, oh, okay. Then like, man, I beat your ass, old ass nigga. I'm like,
fam, you know what I'm saying? Fam, get to straighten it up and shit. Like, what is this nigga doing?
Just to make a cup of tea,
bro. About to kill everybody in this motherfucker
hey,
room.
That chick was cold too. The last Equalizer.
The Italian chick.
Yeah. Oh, she was cold.
Why they make motherfuckers like that?
Right.
That's why I'm going.
You going out?
Go to Italy, dog. I ain't coming back.
Hey, to this day, dog. If I feel like I'm about to get into some shit, I look at that watch. Like, all right, man.
Figure some shit out, dog. The last time I was finna get in some shit, dog. I had my daughter with me. We was at a basketball game in Chicago, and I just took everything I got, wallet, phone, keys, everything, gave it to my daughter. I said, babe, go get in the car, drive to the gas station, and call your mama. She's like, but I can't drive. You know how to drive. Go to the gas station, call your mama, because these motherfuckers finna act a fool. Man,
you don't need to be here.
Yeah, this motherfucker gonna have to be. I need to know you okay. I'm gonna have to go save your brother, but I need to know you okay. You know what I mean, dog? Before when the cops came in, my daughter came back in. You know what I mean? But she was on the way out the door.
Till the cops come knocking.
So I get what you, dog. You gotta prep the shit, get your shit right, man, before shit jump off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit funny, dog.
Hey,
I said he checking the watch.
Hey, I don't got time to be talking if we about to fight.
Yep.
Motherfucker, like, I beat your motherfucking ass. I just.
All right, fam. Now you got to do it.
Like you look right into my eyes and you see about like yeah, screwdriver.
Appreciate it, fellas. Great discussion for tonight.
Right there.
We're gonna close this out.
We're gonna close it out.
We're gonna close it on out. Gotta
get the music in there.
Yeah. It'd be going fast when certain motherfuckers.
When it's just three.
Right.
When it's just a group of three.
But on behalf of the Grown Ass Man Experience, I am Tommy Styles.
Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you?
That's still funny.
Right.
I watched that video yesterday.
Dog did this little shimmy. Oh, you mad because I'm styling.
Like,
one line just had that nigga.
That was hot. You just mad because I'm styling on.
I am mad because you styling on me.
Hey, the male ego is fragile, fam.
I feel some kind of way. Well, my ego kind of fragile too, because I feel some kind of way that Cole picked that for my and he the nigga who got stolen. Like,
he said, but he got it before he got stolen. He said a slick line though.
It's a slick line, yeah. Yeah, it's like
low-key hate.
That's some more K-Dot kind of
like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, you're right. That did a Kendrick shit. But on my right, Jay Jesus, Jay Black. Y'all know that nigga.
Peace out, Peep gang.
J-A-Y are the letters of his name.
We got El Akbar Supreme, the 1%er here spiritually, not in the physical.
That's rare, nigga. Ric Flair, nigga. The power's in my head, nigga.
We got the big homie in charge, Joe Clark. Y'all know it's Fat Boy Fresh.
Fresh like $1 million. Still on the valley shoes and the fly green sun. We're fresh like $1 million. Still on the valley sun. Come on.
And we got from the North Kakalaka, sweating it out in the heat. How hot is it over there?
It was only about 85 today. It wasn't that bad.
That's what it was here. That's what it was here.
Damn, do it get cold at night?
Nah, it does not.
Be hot. Oh yeah, dog. I'd be 90 at night.
What Raekwon
No,
said?
it might get down to like well, I guess it depends on what type of what season you in. But summertime, no, it don't get under 65 at the lowest. That's like if it might have been raining all day, it might get to 65.
What's that skit with Raekwon and Ghostface? Yeah, it's hot. It's hot. You can
Like,
feel
like
it.
the sun, you know. Like sun always shining though.
You know what I'm saying? We got S. Dot, the intern.
Checking my watch right now.
Pieces, purple label shit with the logo secret.
And not holding up the show by popping in and doing some shit with some poor with some poor internet connection from the Chinese restaurant. King Cocaine.
Ill nigga alert.
100% pure nigga.
He got spot on.
Just always stop right there.
That nigga finna act a fool, cutting niggas' throats with credit cards.
You know what I'm saying? You can catch the Peep Game on Tuesdays, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on blowradio.com. I don't know. We got the Republican National Convention this week. We'll let you know how that's going to turn out with the show and shit. You know what I'm saying? Still free. You know what I'm saying? Peace out.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
That's crazy. I made that when I was